All right, the reading today is in John chapter 21, verse 1 to 3. It says this: Afterward, Jesus appeared again to his disciples by the Sea of Galilee. It happened this way: Simon Peter, Thomas, Nathanael, the sons of Zebedee, and the two other disciples were together. I'm going out to fish, Simon Peter told them, and they said, We'll go with you. So they went out and got into the boat, but that night they caught nothing.
Yeah, Peter says, I'm going out to fish. That seems odd. Why was he not with Jesus? Jesus had risen and was not normally with his disciples now. A few weeks ago, Jesus was crucified at Jerusalem. 3 days later, he rose from the dead on Sunday morning. That morning, he met with Mary Magdalene. That afternoon, Jesus met with Cleopas and his friend on the road from Jerusalem to Emmaus. And Jesus explained the gospel, or what had happened over the last few days, as we read in Luke. That evening, Jesus appeared to 10 disciples and others in that room, in the upper room. That next Sunday evening, again, Jesus met with the disciples. This time, Thomas was there. Jesus told the disciples to meet him in a mountain in Galilee, as per Matthew 28:16. There, Jesus gave them the Great Commission: make disciples, baptize, and teach my instructions. Back in Galilee, the disciples were all home, and that's where they started from. While they were there, Peter feels the pull of the water. I'm going fishing. Peter, James, and John are there. They're fishermen. The four other disciples kind of along for the ride. I don't know if they knew anything about fishing. So how did the fishing go, Justin?
Yeah, by the sounds of it, it went pretty horrible because they caught nothing all night.
Yeah. So there was somebody on shore when they were coming back in. He shouted out, do you have any fish? The answer is no. The stranger tells them to cast a net on the other side. They did that, and the net was full. John now knew, it is the Lord. Peter could not wait. He bailed for shore. Jesus had breakfast waiting. The risen Lord and the seven had food and fellowship. Jesus had a question for Peter. 3 times he asked Peter, do you love me? 3 times Peter assured Jesus, yes, you know I do. 3 times Jesus told Peter, feed my lambs and sheep. 3 times Peter had denied Jesus. 3 times Jesus had redeemed Peter. History teaches that for 35 years, Peter made disciples and fed the sheep.
Amen. And we were touching upon this earlier, right, Harry, is also that Thomas was one of the disciples who was there at this point, and how that would have also been a really good redemption scenery for him as well. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, because he really questioned the validity of when the disciples met Jesus on the first Sunday night. He says, unless I see his hands inside, he says, I can't believe. And then the second time he met Jesus, he knew, but he'd messed up. But he watched Peter get redeemed, and Jesus redeemed him too. And I think just being there when this all happened was just really encouraging to Thomas. He says, yeah, the Lord's fair. This is working. This is working fine.
Amen. Thanks a lot for that, Harry.
Yeah, thank you.